Tonight on EA Sports, Super Bowl 55. We'll see Jimmy Garoppolo and the San Francisco 49ers taking on Ryan Fitzpatrick and the Miami Dolphins.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
After all the talk, it's time for football, and here we go. Super Bowl 55 is underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The former second-round pick back in 2014, Jimmy Garoppolo trotting into place, looking to guide this San Francisco 49er offense.
When Jimmy Garoppolo came out of Eastern Illinois, many people saw a strong-arm guy, well-schooled in the passing game, who needed a little bit of time to develop and reach his potential. Starting to go in that direction right now. A former linebacker in high school, he plays the game with a lot of toughness.
And, Charles, despite this list of key inactives that we see here, they've obviously still been pretty successful.
Give everyone credit for this one, because to me, when that happens, key guys are out, the next man steps up and plays well, but that starts with the organization itself, all the way through. No excuses for guys being out, finding guys who are capable backups who can step up and play when they need them, and we've seen the results of that. This team knows how to work through things.
First carry for Raheem Mostert. And his first carry, he loses the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. So here are the Dolphins now with excellent field position to start things out. Leading them out is going to be their quarterback. That's the grizzled vet, Ryan Fitzpatrick.
He's one of those guys that's been around the block a few times in the NFL. And at this stage in his career, when he lacks a big play building, he more than makes up for it in veteran leadership, a real knowledge of the game, and being a terrific locker room presence.
25 yards that time.
First and 10 at the 10-yard line.
From the gun, Fitzpatrick. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. The linebacker, Fred Warner, right there on the coverage.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Devontae Parker was the intended receiver. And that takes us from second to third down. They'll throw again, Fitzpatrick. This will be caught at about the 6. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
Not the touchdown they wanted, but hey, you're on the road in the playoffs. They did get 3 on the board.
Yeah, it's a good opening drive, so you feel good about it yourself. You get to the sidelines, the defense feels good about you helping them right out of the gate. The team, yeah, they feel pretty good about coming in the playoffs and getting points on the board right away.
Now this offense ready to head back out there. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive with a little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
He was a 1,000-yard receiver during the regular season, and that's his first catch of this Super Bowl, and he picks up the 1st down. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 7 yards the pickup there. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
46-yard line.
From the gun, it's a handoff to Coleman. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 7 yards there and a first down.
That's good for A. First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
They go back to the ground, this time Mostert. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
First down.
Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
First carry now for Jordan Howard. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. This Super Bowl, of course, just a huge one for this head coach. The first time he's walked the sidelines in a game of this magnitude. And I might normally ask the cliche, what's going through his mind right now? But maybe the better question, CD, what do you think are the pitfalls of being a first-time head coach in this game?
Well, you know it's something that he thought about, Brandon, and he had to. And he was thinking about it long before he got to this stage. As the season progressed and he saw that his team was good, if he was smart, he started to make plans right then and there. Reach out to other coaches who've been there before. Find out how they handled winning, losing, handling all the ticket situations, travel, practice, all those things, and then trust your gut, make your best decision, and put it all out there and give your team the best chance to win. And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That's excellent.
Set to take over again here on offense, Jimmy G and the 49ers. And he had to be pleased at the start of the last drive. The offense was moving, but certainly not pleased at the end result, an interception.
And every team we ever talk to, at some point in the conversation, the coach, player, someone talks about, you know, we've got to finish. We've got to finish off drives, finish off the game. There's an example there of not finishing, doing everything right, but not getting the result that you need.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Garoppolo going to give to Mostert. Well, that gives him a little room, but not much. A gain of 2 to the 5. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down.
3rd and 6.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Completes it to Samuel. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
First and 10.
Garoppolo on the draw to Coleman. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard.
They run out of the shotgun with Mostert. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39.
The ball carrier.
Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Mostert. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Dolphins will start their drive at the 20-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before and realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well.
else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays for one of your better players and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
That one, a first down pickup of 8.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
First down, they run with Howard. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. A big pickup of 38.
Well, after the standard wonder how's your offense going to respond and come out and play here in the Super Bowl. Well, they got a great answer right there and almost a sigh of relief on that side of the field because now they've got to feel like they can use their entire playbook and game plan for this one.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a first down.
First and goal at the 9-yard line.
On first and goal, Howard. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. They'll try again with Howard. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
A gain of 3 yards.
On 3rd and goal, Howard. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. And this may be a big early turning point in this Super Bowl. They're going to go for it on 4th down here.
Jordan Howard.
He's fighting, but they're not going to let him in. Stopped at the 2-yard line. And they've now made 2 trips to the red zone and still looking for their first touchdown.
Not able to punch it in, and if you're on defense, your confidence is sky high. Because mentally, you're saying, hey, you're in the red zone. We're thinking we're giving up 3. We just want to give up 6. In this case, they end up not giving up the touchdown at all. They've got to feel great about what they got done.
On 2nd down, Mostert. And he's upended at the 6 as they double their room to maneuver on a pickup of 3. Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught.
They were backed up to start the drive, but how about that aggressiveness? Firing it downfield right away. Nice job there getting out towards what would have been their normal starting position.
And he is going to wind up losing yardage here, as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. After the sack on first down, Garoppolo. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Play action is supposed to be used to slow down pressure, slow down blitzes. In this case, though, it takes a little too long to develop. You got to keep people right in your face.
And lucky just to get rid of the ball with the arm going forward. Could have been a fumble. And he hits his running back, Tevin Coleman. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the first on the 35-yard strike.
There's another example where defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They gave up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a fourth down.
Returnable for Grant. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Dolphins' drive will start deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Javon Kinlaw coming right up the gut. Gets in there for a loss of 9. Fitzpatrick will hand this to Howard. They'll try to get forward, but he's going to be stopped in his tracks at about the 3. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up.
It's now 3rd down and long.
Near his goal line, Fitzpatrick. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down.
Two things you can do in that situation: run and punt the football, or try and take your shot at getting the 1st down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
Here comes Pettis on the return. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10. Just shy of the 30. He'll look to Mostert to start things out. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. He was a 1,000-yard receiver during the regular season, and that's his first catch of the Super Bowl, and he picks up the 1st down. This is Mostert. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
Mostert, the ball carrier.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 46-yard line.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Open man is Samuel. Complete.
Garoppolo's pass complete to Deebo Samuel.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up and run the darn ball, pick up the 1st down. I love it.
Yeah, 3rd and short, that's what you're... And he loses the football a 2nd time. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. Past the 20. And this is brought all the way back. A fumble recovery and taken to the house for a Miami touchdown. And what we just saw, very, very rare. We only had 5 of those in the first 50 Super Bowls.
The biggest stage, the biggest game, and we just saw it happen again. Extraordinary.
The defense has been good, and they were good again there. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And down he goes just shy of the 25. Now penalty marker is down. Let's see what that's about. Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. With that field position after the return wasn't terrific, it's not a great starting field position as well.
Garoppolo now, first down throw. Samuel bringing in the slant. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll make this a 2nd down. Here's Mostert, and he'll get it up here this time to the 21.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
At the 21-yard line.
On first down, Garoppolo. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
2nd and a yard at the 30-yard line.
Now Mostert. And he's going to have a Niners first down as the tackle made at about the 38.
Mostert.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
There's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. And he finds the tight end, Reed. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
49-yard line.
They hand it off to Mostert. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. Jerome Baker there on the tackle.
Well, in every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Garoppolo. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. Touchdown, 49ers. Dante Pettis, 47 yards. And the 49ers have cut it back within a score. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Dolphins ready to take over on offense. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And a 48-yard
Play fake, it's Fitzpatrick.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius. Understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball. And puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
That one, a first down pickup of 8.
18-yard line.
Now Howard. And they'll get him down right around the 16. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Still going. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
Miami Dolphin
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the Dolphins are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as good running gets them down to about the 4-yard line. So that run gets them about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. 3rd and goal, a big play in this Super Bowl. Trying to punch it in with Howard. And Howard stopped short. He didn't get there. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what?
Oh, right? Yeah.
It's an old-fashioned goal line.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Jakeem Grant there to make the grab. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead. Big 4th down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down? And, okay, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Niners set to take over on offense. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nice run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. 2 minutes remain in this opening half of Super Bowl 55. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. To throw again on 2nd down, Garoppolo. And it's a fumble. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. There he goes, left side. And this is brought all the way back. A fumble recovery and taken to the house for a Miami touchdown. And what we just saw, very, very rare. We only had 5 of those in the first 50 Super Bowls.
The biggest stage, the biggest game, and we just saw it happen again. Extraordinary.
The defense has been good, and they were good again there.
Less than 2 minutes ago in the game, which means that this challenge was initiated by the fellows in New York.
And if you're the coach, you're thinking, thank you, New York. He's got his man. It's Kendrick Bourne. And he is going to have a Niners 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That's complete to this. And he's able to take it across midfield before going 7 yards. The pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Now Garoppolo lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. The 30. And this is brought all the way back. A fumble recovery and taken to the house for a Miami touchdown. And what we just saw, very, very rare. We only had 5 of those in the first 50 Super Bowls.
The biggest stage, the biggest game, and we just saw it happen again. Extraordinary.
The defense has been good, and they were good again there. Sanders on for the extra point. And And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
The Niners take over 1st and 10. At their own.
Here comes Jimmy Garoppolo now to lead his offense back out there. He's had a solid start to this game, but bottom line is they're losing, so he doesn't care about his stats. He just wants to right the ship on the scoreboard.
He wants to actually increase his stats because he feels like if he does, that means things will get better for his team, maybe get him back into the ball game or into the lead. In these situations, I remember playing with a quarterback once where he actually ran out onto the field first ahead of everyone else just to say, guys, let's go. Try and create that energy, create that spark.
Well, so far he has 1 touchdown, 1 interception. He'll be looking for that 2nd touchdown now. 1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get much less of an obstacle. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Throwing on first is Garoppolo. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he's going to have a 1st down, and they get into field goal range here at the 29. 10 more there and another 1st down. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the 1st half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this, or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
He was looking that time for Dante Pettis, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the 1st half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half on as the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash, it's a 38-yard attempt. So we've reached halftime here in Super. So the halftime show of the Super Bowl abbreviated, ready to go for the 2nd half. Robbie Gould now out to kick it away. This is Jakeem Grant. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
On the return.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They built a good 1st half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the 2nd half. Nice 1st half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the 2nd half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well. He's got it at the 15. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Preston Williams, 55 yards. And the Dolphins add on to their lead. It took them a while to get their speedster involved, but they found him downfield there.
And what we've discovered as we've watched games is the speedster doesn't have to have a lot of catches, doesn't have to have volume in order to have a huge impact on the game. His speed scares the heck out of defenses, and other guys can capitalize, but when you finally hit him and he carries it all the way into the end zone, that's what you're paying him for. That big threat that can make big plays on a limited number of catches.
That's how you step on the stage with your first catch, take it to the house.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the 2nd half. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving. That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely will. We talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that will pull you out of that spot they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cut in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
They'll run with Mostert. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Hill on the tackle. It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal.
One more time with Mostert. And this is not going to do it as he's stopped at the 2-yard line. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that
And did he get in? Yes, they say it's a touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the 49ers make some inroads here on that deficit. Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
Jakeem Grant on the return. The Dolphins take over 1st and 10. At their own.
Miami set to take over. Their lead down from 21 to 14, but still sitting in a great spot. Up 2 scores here in the 3rd quarter. And a good job of just fighting through 1 tackle there to pick up about 3. 2nd down coming up. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here.
The ball carrier.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Boy, a call like this, certainly tougher to make in a Super Bowl, but they'll go for it on 4th down. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it doesn't pan out, and the Niners take over in terrific field position. A gutsy decision there at this stage in the 2nd half in their own territory, and a decision that they might regret.
Can't wait for the post-mortem. You know, this post-game press conference, because the questions are going to come fast and furious about this decision, no matter how the game turns out, right? What were you thinking there? Why? Did you have a certain play call? Were you confident in your defense? Oh, yeah. Why? It's going to keep coming up.
Yeah, no matter the scoreboard, just tough to justify. And that is incomplete here.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Now Garoppolo lost the football, and the Dolphins have got him. Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you. All right, so if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here come the defenders.
Give them 32 on the play.
1st and 10 at the 9.
From the red zone now, Fitzpatrick. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Parker. That catch good for only a couple.
2 yards on the pickup.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. This is caught. And the Dolphins are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down. Again, it's Fitzpatrick. This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. 3 plays, 3 pass completions. In the blink of an eye, they've got a 1st and goal.
Almost felt like a lightning bolt hit in this game, didn't it?
And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. And nothing special there. They showed they were going to run the football. They ran it. They got it in.
Like old-time football, right? Hey, this is exactly what we're going to do. Straight-ahead power, and they got it done.
And his kick is right through. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And finishing it off with a touchdown run was Jordan Howard. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going.
And the Dolphins rush gets home, down he goes. Shaq Lawson, his 2nd sack of the night.
How about that part? His 2nd sack of the game, and that puts him in some pretty good company. 17 guys have had 2 sacks in the previous 50.
And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. A crazy sequence here. A huge gain that time, but it still leaves them well short for 4th down. And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over.
Out comes the Miami offense once again, and their running back, Jordan Howard. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a 2nd time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that 2nd score here in the 3rd quarter. From the 25 on 2nd down, Fitzpatrick. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course.
He was covered by Richard.
Throwing again here, Fitzpatrick on 2nd and 10. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
I think it's pretty safe to say that when you're up 3 touchdowns, the last thing you want to do is hang one up there and put it in jeopardy and possibly get it intercepted. You got a nice lead, you should be able to protect it. But if you get careless with the football, look out.
33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's going to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got to just pin their ears back and get after them now. Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
He gets away from one. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And it'll be Dolphin football. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. He's played well. Good first half. He's continued that here in the third quarter. But my question, when you're a head coach, what do you look at stat line-wise for your coach? Do you go right to turnovers?
You really do. As much as coaches don't want to talk about that, that's where it starts. When I played in college, our first rule for every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. And that's kind of how they judge you. Do you take care of the ball, not turn it over, keep it in the proper hands, and give your team a chance to win?
Well, that's what he's done here in this one so far. A gain there of 21 yards.
Well, one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And a hard-earned yard there as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's second down.
We know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Is taken in one-handed. What a catch. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They become a little more ho-hum right there.
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing. But I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
This is caught at the 8. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
6-yard line.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Brings up
on second and goal. Fitzpatrick, he's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Preston Williams, his second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. And that'll increase their lead to 28. That time, a 9-play drive. And it ends with a touchdown for the Dolphins.
17.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
San Francisco set to go on offense once more. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
That's good.
Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Looking to throw. Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. 3rd quarter of the biggest spectacle in sport, the Super Bowl. Thanks for joining us, everybody. 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Garoppolo. And right back to Kittle. This time he's got it. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. 1 quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. A play fake from Mostert. Now Garoppolo. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one good for 26 and a first down. Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. His throw caught right around the 6. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. From 17 yards out. And the 49ers get a score closer. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC.
Run after catch. And he loves that. And he's going to carry that in at contract time.
San Francisco.
Now this will make it into the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
Take over 1st and 10. At their own.
The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. And they are trying to play it cool down on the sidelines, but they know that they are very close now to wrapping this thing up and letting the celebration begin. A Super Bowl title within reach now as they try to polish this thing off. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game, right?
And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Devontae Parker, 75 yards. And the Dolphins add on to their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers. That meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Those Super Bowl hopes that they had really dwindling now here in the 4th quarter. That NFC crown that they got 2 weeks ago seems like a distant memory. as they have been outplayed tonight. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Coleman has it here right side. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Over the middle, complete to Samuel.
Garoppolo's pass.
A gain of 6 there on first.
It's a pickup.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's second and 4.
42-yard line.
Garoppolo again. Gets this one left side to Pettis. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
First and 10 at the
Garoppolo looks to throw once more. Open man is Samuel, complete.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. A penalty as a result of that hit there.
Garoppolo now, first down throw. Over the middle, he finds Pettis, complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Brings up second and a yard at the 14-yard line.
And yet again, it's Garoppolo. The throw to the left side, caught by Coleman. And the Niners are going to be set up with a first and goal here as the tackle made at the 9.
First and goal at the 9-yard line.
Here's Mostert. And the 49ers are going to have it first and goal as he'll take this down to about the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal.
A gain of 5. Brings up second.
Down San Francisco. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the 49ers make some inroads here on that deficit.
And while no one on the offensive line will get the 6 points next to their name, they should be credited with this one. Tremendous blocking to get the runner into the end zone.
Gold with the extra point, and the lead now down to 20. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
For San Francisco.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Jakeem Grant on the return. The Dolphins take over first and 10.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They go with Howard to begin the drive. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line.
The ball carrier.
Give him a couple on the carry there. Second and 8. Again, it's Howard. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. Third down and 9.
A loss of 1.
Fitzpatrick now. And he fends him off. But now he's swallowed up and taken down. D Ford drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up fourth down. Well, they go play, try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 22, and they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line. So the ball down to the 16 here for first and 10. Well, this D, particularly the secondary, has been picked apart in points here tonight. They finally, though, get to the quarterback, get a pick.
And we know this about him. He loves night games, loves the spotlight.
And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Niners take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in.
The big fella was the recipient there for that touchdown pass, and it seems like more and more the tight end is the guy you have to worry about most in the passing game.
Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that cuts this lead down to 13. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it.
at their own 25.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And they have been the better of the two sides to this point with a 2-score lead. Fourth quarter of this Super Bowl. And the Lombardi Trophy within reach as they start this drive 1st and 10. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
1st and 10 at the 37.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Running with Howard. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They go with Howard again. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45.
Howard, the ball carrier. The tackle made at the 44-yard line. It's a gain of 4.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. Just a 20% success rate at 2 of 10. Here it's 3rd and 3. He's airing it out for Williams. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. And I am not sure, partner, there what the mindset was to go for it. I don't know.
And some teams just feel that possession is the key to everything. They just want to have the football in their hands. No matter how it goes to the other team, they just don't trust doing that. So they say, listen, go for it and try and finish it ourselves.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
14-yard line.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. That's complete right around the 8. And here he'll get it down to the 7. A gain of 6 there on 1st. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
At the 11-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Fitzpatrick to throw it. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams.
Preston Williams.
And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down.
At the Niners' 42-yard line.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. He was looking for Jordan Howard that time. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
9 yards to go.
And that will be incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 36. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
At their own 39-yard line.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
It's 2nd and inches at their 49-yard line.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Over 100 yards receiving for him now in the Super Bowl. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Everyone dialed in. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 12-yard line. It's complete right around the 8. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll come out in the pistol. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Garoppolo. This will be caught at about the 6. Give him 2 yards. That sets him up 1st and goal. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores.
And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So they got one of the 2 touchdowns they needed. Now for the onside kick. And the Dolphins are going to recover. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
And he'll manage to break a tackle and get this forward for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. Howard. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining.
Sanders on for the field goal. A 52-yard attempt.
And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Things just got interesting. They tried for the long field goal there to salt this one away. They don't get it, and now a little time for the other guys to mount a late drive.
Well, they thought their kicker would put it through the post and finish this one off. I'm sure they discussed pooch punting it and letting their defense take over. Well, the defense now has to make it stand up, but they didn't get the best field position because the ball comes back to the line of scrimmage.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10.
Play action. Now Garoppolo. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. that his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. Well, that puts a little bit of a wrinkle in their comeback bid.
Yeah, everything had turned around for them, hadn't it? I mean, things were now going their way. But you did mention it's a wrinkle in their comeback bid. It's not the death knell for them by any stretch, but now they've got some extra work to do in order to climb all the way back.
This is caught at the 20. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. From the red zone now, Fitzpatrick. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
And this one's caught. And their fourth quarter lead grows by a couple more. And, of course, on the two-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
Dante Pettis on the return. The Niners take over first and 10.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And the Lombardi Trophy has a home in South Florida. The Miami Dolphins are your Super Bowl champions. And when this moment comes, I think you look back at all the blood, sweat, and tears, the offseason, the workouts, training camp, week 1, 2, 3, all building up now to say you're a Super Bowl champion. It's worth it.
It certainly is, and rarely do we have a team that hoists the Lombardi Trophy that didn't have their share of bumps along the way, didn't have to face some adversity in the journey, and now they get to just enjoy it and revel in it. And all offseason, they'll be signing their autographs with Super Bowl champion underneath it.
And they are the Super Bowl champs. The Lombardi Trophy is theirs, and so are bragging rights for an entire season. What a season it has been. Feels like we have been there every step of the way. Our entire crew doing a wonderful job. Thanks to my broadcast partner, Charles Davis. For all those guys, I'm Brandon Gaudin signing off. We'll talk to you next season right here on EA Sports.